Are you okay, Saki? You seem kind of down. Yeah, it's just when I think about the professor. Come on, Saki, don't get so upset. Can't you spare a smile for me? Floramon? Sure, thanks. Man, what are we supposed to do? Cheer up, Shuuji. Ah, get away from me, you monster. See, like, I'm sick and tired of this. Oh, I'm sorry. Ah, what is with you? You're supposed to be a monster, but you're so pathetic. You're pathetic! I hate this guy. Lotmon and Floramon are both trying to be encouraging, but with differing results. Saki seems receptive, while Shuji's almost scared of Lotmon. I feel bad for Lotmon. Yeah, I feel bad for Lotmon and Kunamon, too. They got stuck with really bad characters, it seems. Yeah, reminds me of Ryo and Kunamon. That's exactly what I wanted. Another Ryo and Kunamon situation. If this keeps up, it's not going to end well. What do you mean? I'm not really sure. I just get that feeling. I'm even less sure what Agumon is trying to say, but it's a shame they don't get along. I've had a lot of people tweeting me or asking in Discord or on YouTube comments, which, by the way, for those of you watching on YouTube, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate the comments. I try and skim the comments on YouTube to make sure I don't accidentally catch any spoilers. You know, some people will be dicks and go into early parts of the playthrough and be like, hey, this is what happens in part 12 or whatever. So I gotta be careful not to spoil myself, but I do try and look every now and then, and I really appreciate it. Really helps the channel and whatnot. But I had people asking, like, how you feel about Survive? You thinking it's good? Like, you liking the story? You liking the characters? Because there are apparently a couple of people who are getting kind of into it. Story seems fine so far. Nothing really all that standout to me, to be honest. They also, like, they haven't been doing, like, straight-up horror, but they're trying to, like, I feel like with Dokugamon and Fangmon, with, like, the build-up and the, like, oh, it's spooky and scary, they're trying to go that angle a little bit, and if you've watched me for long, you know I really don't like the horror genre. I don't find it enjoyable. But, as far as the characters go, like, Aoi and Minoru, they're cool. They're fine. I don't really love them. Like, if they were suddenly out of the game, I wouldn't be like, oh, this is such a travesty. But, like, they're the ones that I'm, like, interested in, I guess, because they seem fine. Shuji, Saki, and Ryo, all so far kind of suck. Hopefully they get better. I doubt, like, that Saki and Shuji, they have a chance to, like, get better because they're new and they haven't been here long. Very little chance that Ryo will be able to redeem himself in my eyes. I'm sick and tired of him and I hate him. But, Shuji and Saki, I'm just not really enjoying. So, we'll see how it goes. Let's go talk to Minoru. Minoru, what's that guy doing? Words? I was gonna say, who's that guy? Oh no, I forgot who Minoru was. I'd like to get your opinion too, Falcomon. Oh, you would? Yeah, what do you think? Should we stay here or go out and explore? Well, it is no easy decision, but ultimately I favor exploration. Right? It's the only real option. It's not the only real option, but I definitely think it's, like, the most logical option. Why is that your preference? We know too little of this world. We must find how to save you and identify threats. We must, of course, be wary of enemies in the fog, but it's not as if we have no recourse. If we sense danger, we can run. So long as we are not pursued, we can stay safe. Wow, good thinking, Falcomon. Not that I really understand all of it. You put a lot of thought into this strategy. I knew I could count on you. Hey, what about me? I'd figured that out that much too. But there are benefits to staying here. You should consider what everyone has to say. Don't worry, I will. Thanks, Falcomon. For me, Shuji is a lot more annoying compared to Ryo. Really? Why? Well, you know what? You shouldn't answer that. Don't tell me why, because your reasoning might be based on something further in the game than what I've done. But, like, I think, first of all, I don't like either of them as of right now, but, like, I absolutely hate characters that are like Ryo, who's just constantly like, oh, there's nothing we can do. We stand no chance. We're all gonna die. What does anything matter? Oh, no, I'm gonna go cry in a corner. Ah, Kunamon, I'm afraid. Ah, scared. And then they just rinse and repeat over and over and over and over again. Like, really, really, really hate it. I have zero patience. Zero patience for characters like that. They infuriate me. Ooh, camera time. Camera it up. What's this? A crisp apple. Give me more Digivolution things, cowards. There are cleaning supplies, a broom, dustpan, dust cloth, yada yada. Can use these to clean the school. He said if it gets dirty, school already seems pretty dirty to me. Used for plays and speeches, remember recitals, yada yada. See, like, I just... Again, if it's your jam, more power to you. But I just can't imagine literally every single time I finish, like, a story conversation, going to 8 locations, hitting X, reading dialogue like that, nothing happens, really. Click over here, hit X. It's like, oh, use the camera. I use the camera, and it's like, you got another apple. And then rinse and repeat like 40 times. Like, I just can't, man. Like, I'll be so bored. I just can't do it. If it doesn't bug you, then more power to you, but I can't fathom being like, oh, this is really fun. Like, it just makes no sense to me. Hey, Minoru, didn't expect to find you here. Huh? You seem down. I think you will find he is merely calm rather than down. Isn't that so, Minoru? Yeah, I just needed to clear my head. Everyone is so divided. How are we gonna survive? Not that I'm exactly the most cooperative guy myself. Really? But you get along with everyone, Minoru. Ha! The truth is, I've got a rotten personality. I get along just to get by. It's nothing to be proud of. I can talk a good game, but that doesn't help much with all these monsters. Not at all. Minoru's not usually this negative. Maybe it'll help if I let him talk about what's on his mind. What's our next move? So what do you think our next move should be? Adventure, of course. Let's go adventuring. We got monster partners backing us up. We ought to get out there and explore this place. There's no point just sitting around. Honestly, I'm with you. I'm with you. That's quite the approach, right? I'll totally make it big someday. Minoru's kidding around, but I can still hear the trembling in his voice. There's more. How you feeling? Let's talk about our feelings like bros do. I don't get the wrong idea. I'm not depressed or anything. I'm actually pretty excited. Can't wait to see what happens next. I spent an activity point on this. I'm asking every dang question the game lets me. What's going on? What do you think's actually going on right now? Beats me. Kind of feels like we're in some weird kind of sci-fi story, though. Definitely the sort of thing you'd only expect to see in fiction. But there's no use crying about it, right? May as well enjoy it. You could live your whole life and never see anything like this, and it's happening now. Minoru, I definitely think... I don't like love him yet. Maybe I'll think he's even better as the game goes on. We're only at like part 3 out of, I don't know, however many parts there are. Judging by how, like how quickly, I didn't want to say quickly because it took a while. But considering like 8 hours in, we finished a prologue in 2 parts. Probably somewhere around 10. 10, give or take like 3 parts is what I would expect, but who knows? So I'm sure we still got some more time with him, but Minoru seems cool. He's like your typical bro character. I'm down with that. You sure have an interesting way of looking at things. Sci-fi, fiction, what are those? I too am uncertain, but from how Minoru speaks of them, they must be enjoyable. I also really like Falcomon. Then I bet I'd like them. One more. How's our situation? What do you make of our current situation, Minoru? This all seems like fun to you? I'm being optimistic, it's true, but we can't act like this is some funeral all the time. That's why I want to be a little upbeat, you know? Honestly, like, dude. Minoru? Smartest character so far, which is surprising. Yeah, it's not like Minoru's oblivious, but he's trying to stay fired up. As for our situation, here's what I think. We've been thrown into another dimension, called the digital world. At first, I thought we might be in the future, but that doesn't make any sense. And this isn't some movie set either, we talked about that. It's probably the least realistic answer, but it might just be the truth. So think about it. If we accept that this is what happened, how did we get here? And since we made it here somehow, there's got to be a way back, right? Yeah, you're right. That makes a lot of sense. Good thinking, Minoru. Very cool and level-headed of you. Amazing, Minoru. I know, right? And then there's this screwed up message. I bet it's the key to getting out of here. What, all this nonsense? I don't know. You sure about that? Hey, I'm just saying it might be a clue or something. Gotta turn over every stone. Anyway, yeah, we shouldn't give up just yet. I guess not. You sure are something else, Minoru. Yo, Affinity up. That's what I've been thinking. Was it any help? It was a big help, thanks. Of course, we'll need to get everyone's opinion before we settle anything. Yeah, I know. Good luck thinking something up that'll get us all on the same page. Get us all on the same page, huh? Minoru can seem thoughtless, but he really does care. Yeah, honestly, Minoru is probably, like, top character at the moment. To be real with you. Let's talk to these little dead kids. There's Miyuki and Haru. Should I talk to them? Grand piano is covered in dust. Looks like an antique to me, but the sound is clear and crisp. Sure, dude. An accordion's been thrown on top of the desk. Parts of the bellows are torn. How long ago was it left here? I couldn't guess if I tried. Drum. Those are drums. Multiple. Plural. The drums have been placed haphazardly. All of the drum heads are discolored. I'm guessing they haven't been used for quite a while. All of the portraits on the wall look musty and faded. Some of them are tilted or have fallen to the floor. Alright. Hello, children. Haru! Oh, and Miyuki too. What are you two doing? He's wrapping string around his fingers? It almost seems familiar. But why? Cat's Cradle. All right, that old game you play with string. I'm surprised you know how to do it. I have no... Is this a Japanese game? I have no idea what this is. My sister loves this game. Oh, okay. He says that, but it looks to me like he's playing and Miyuki is just watching. How does it work? I want to play too. You tie a string into a loop, then use your fingers to make shapes. But it might be hard with fingers like yours. Aw, man. Haru sure seems relaxed. Has he given any thought to what might happen next? Then again, he's still pretty young. Maybe it's best that he plays quietly by himself. Stop playing games? Yeah, okay. Let me play too. Cat's Cradle isn't specifically Japanese. I was taught how to do it as a kid. Oh, I guess it just wasn't a thing in my area. I'd never heard of it until now. I don't remember anyone when I was growing up doing it either, to be real with you. That's interesting. It's always neat learning stuff like that. I also learned it in Germany. Is it maybe just like less of a Western thing? Is it more of like a Europe-Asia thing maybe? Or is it like anyone in chat who's American, did they also learn this growing up? That's really interesting to me. I'd like to try playing too. Would you teach me how? Yeah, sure. You start out like this, then catch the string with this finger and let go here. Whoa, you're really good at that, Takuma. Huh, now it looks like a star. This is surprisingly fun. I've heard about it in Michigan, but never learned about it. I guess it's just a thing that just happened to not be in my area. I was hoping to learn more about these two, but right now they seem like ordinary kids. Yeah, except they're, like, dead. Can you do this too, Miyuki? Why don't you show me? Huh? Oh, she's sleeping while standing up? She's asleep? That was fast. My sister is tired. You should let her sleep. Yeah, I guess. You should worry about yourself more than me. Oh, yeah, go on and take this. Oh, big bandage. I'm tired of being given healing items. Give me digivolving items. All right, Agumon, we better head somewhere else, you know, quietly. You got it. I haven't talked about it yet. I'm not really sure how I feel about, I like that the main character, Digivolution, is tied to story progression, and honestly, I hope literally every single Digivolution for every main character is somehow story-related. Like, basically, every time we, like, proceed in the story, like, someone gets to Champion, and then eventually people get to Ultimate, and then Mega, and so on. I like that. But, the free Digimon being based on items that you, have to collect that so far seem fairly sparse. That someone in chat did say that there were, like, 5 of them you could find if you did heavy-duty exploring in Chapter 2, but my word, that just sounds so tedious to be able to digivolve, to have to go to, like, 8 areas and press A on 12 different things. Like, after every big conversation. Like, I don't like that. So, I'm not sure how I feel about the, about needing an item to digivolve them instead of, like, hitting stat requirements. Because I'm not saying I hate the needing an item thing. I might end up disliking it as we go on, but as of right now, I'm kind of like, what's the word, ambivalent? Like, neutral? Ambivalent is like a synonym for neutral, right? I'm, like, ambivalent towards it. I don't really care one way or the other, but I definitely prefer the, like, Cyber Sleuth and Next Order, Digimon World Next Order style, where it's, like, get to stat requirements, Digimon digivolves. Or you can, I like it better in Cyber Sleuth where you get to choose to digivolve, and Next Order it just happens, but I prefer that for sure. It's Aoi. Should I try talking to her? Always talk to Labramon first. Aoi, is something wrong? You don't look so good. No, I'm okay, just a little tired, that's all. I'm glad we found Saki and the others, but seeing what happened to the professor and that horrible fog, it feels like we've been through a lot in an awfully short time. I know exactly how Aoi feels, and it's not like I can tell her to just get over it. Well, don't be too hard on yourself. If you're tired, you should rest. Ambivalent means you have opinion in both directions. Neutral means you don't care either way. Okay, neutral, not ambivalent. Right now, I'm neutral on it. But I could see myself getting negative on it over time, depending on how annoying getting my hands on Digivolve items are. Agumon's right, Aoi. Do you want to lie down? Is there anything I can do for you? Thank you, both of you. Actually, Labramon, there is something you could do. No problem. What is it? Would you let me pet your tail? What? I've wanted to this whole time. It looks so warm and soft. I bet it's super fluffy. Really? I don't know. You don't want me to? Labramon should say only if I get to pet your tail, because her hair is in a ponytail. Okay, just be gentle with it, okay? Of course, you know I will. Thanks, Labramon. Is this like a private moment? Should I go somewhere else? Just watching them, Aoi grinning while Labramon looks so conflicted is comforting. Bark, bark, bark. Ah, something with my camera. Okay, okay. What do we got? Another, I'm really tired of getting crisp apples. I don't even know what they do. I think they're a stat buff item. Oh, Aoi. Takuma. Sorry about earlier. No, I shouldn't have gotten so flustered. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me. It's fine. Besides, given the circumstances, we're all a bit on edge right now. Thank you, Takuma. That was very encouraging. I approve. Haha, thanks. Well, now that I've run into Aoi, I might as well get her take on things. What's our next move? So, what do you think our next move should be? Well, we don't know how long our supplies and clothing will last. For now, I think we should focus on our basic needs. You're always so practical, Aoi. Sometimes it feels like you're our mom. Stop it. I'm just a worrywart, that's all. Someone's got to be the team mom. Someone's got to do it. What's going on? What do you think's actually going on right now? I'm not really sure. I can't wrap my head around any of this. Sorry, I know that's a bad answer. It's like how I always blank out on tough questions. I know I ought to be able to force myself to think, but that's easier said than done. Aoi tends to be like your typical honor student, but she can be really indecisive. How do you feel? Well, I'm scared, worried, and pretty shaken up, honestly, with the professor gone. I'm having a hard time staying calm. I know I need to relax more, but... It's hard to know what to make of it. After all, we're just kids with nothing to go on. I think the best thing to do is try and stay safe until help arrives. Talking to you calmed me down a little bit. Thanks, Takuma. No problem, same here. We should hear everyone's take on the situation anyways. I wish we could even contact someone instead of getting those random jarbled messages. I know, it'd be great if we could even get a signal. I understand what Aoi's saying. Oh. I still had so much more time. Why did it kick me out like that? I guess because some people moved. Yo, Meramon and Biomon? I wouldn't mind trying to recruit a Meramon. Let's do that. I get what Aoi's saying about, like, trying to wait for help, but I just, like, I don't understand how these characters can think that way. Can be like, oh yeah, let's just wait for help. The odds of you, like, from what you can tell, you've been transported to another world with monsters in it, Digimon, but they call them monsters, and you have partners who can help you fight, and then other monsters are, like, hunting you down. You really think that, like, the police are gonna show up and try and help you? With this crazy fog going on, and with the layout of the area being all different from what you remember and whatnot, like, the idea of, like, oh, I think someone will come save us, I just feel like you're an idiot in this situation if you think that. If you think that someone's gonna show up and be able to help you, because it just seems insanely unlikely. Get Kunamon some levels. Get Labramon some levels. Deltamon. I do look forward to where we presumably will end up having enough Digimon to where when we go into a fight, we can just straight up be like, alright, all viruses, because we're only fighting data Digimon. Oh wait, is Meramon... Biomon is Vaccine, but Meramon's data, isn't it? I forgot Meramon was data. I'm gonna try and recruit Meramon, but thank goodness I brought along, Deltamon to deal with Meramon. Deltamon does not have a lot of moves. Ooh, the Meramon just insta-guarded.